Well, it's been a problem not just here in the basin, but across the state of Texas. Yesterday, we told you about a 13-year-old Odessa boy who died from fentanyl poisoning. But how does fentanyl affect children differently than it affects grown adults? News West 9's Jason Freund has more on what fentanyl is and how it's affecting our kids. Jason, what did you learn?
Crystal, the reason that fentanyl affects kids so much more than adults is because, well, the kids are younger. Their bodies just can't handle the volume that they are ingesting, especially when fentanyl is being laced in other drugs. Fentanyl is already a powerful drug, but when it's mixed in with other kinds of drugs, it becomes a deadly concoction.
And because fentanyl is so potent and strong, they don't realize that they are putting more than the lethal amount in these drugs, and these kids don't even have a fighting chance.
It's used as a form of pain medication, but only in small doses, and there's a reason for that.
It doesn't necessarily amplify the effects of a drug, but what it does is, given in large amounts, can suppress your will to breathe, and your body will not be able to get the oxygen it needs. Without oxygen, brain cells die, your heart cells die, your body starts to die.
So how exactly are teens getting their hands on fentanyl? One of the top causes is because of social media.
This is where a lot of things are going on. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all the social platforms, right? These kids are messaging back and forth, especially Snapchat, because the messages can be deleted.
But there are signs that someone is taking fentanyl. There could be staying up late, or they could even have a hidden stash. But when it comes to overdosing, make sure you keep an eye out for the warning signs that could potentially save someone's life.
You could encounter someone who's taken something, right? And if you notice that they are slumped over, or they're not breathing, or they're slurring their words, those are all signs of an overdose, and you could potentially save someone's life.
That's when Narcan comes into play. Considered an opioid antagonist, it can hold the fort down and keep someone alive long enough for the paramedics to arrive.
It binds to the receptor and it pushes the need for the drug off, and it kind of coats it for a time being, so it kind of essentially stills their high for a second, waking the patient up so that they may be able to breathe or get any type of treatment.
But also at the end of the day, some kids are just kind of scared of facing the consequences and don't understand what they're getting into when they get into fentanyl.
These kids are afraid, and half of them do not understand right now that this is the law. If you give someone fentanyl, and they die, it is a murder charge. Young people still don't understand the severity of this.
And if you want to know more about the dangers of fentanyl, Medical Center Health, they do have Fent classes that are hosted at 1314 North Lee in Odessa. The next class, that's going to be on July 15th, and it is free to the public. It will educate teenagers on the dangers of fentanyl.